Welcome to another episode of Deep Dive Music Reactions, a channel where I react to music that I never heard before. And based on your recommendation in the comments, I'm going back to Straits, and what an album is in front of us. I see 5 songs, all very stretching above 5 minutes, and the first one even 14. I think this one will be quite a ride. So before we start, feel free to leave me a comment. What should I check next? Leave like if you enjoy the content. And for all of you who want to go an extra mile, feel free to buy me a cup of coffee or to PayPal me. Let's jump into the music, and I'll share some comments after the song. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, oh boy.
Well, a long time ago, came a man on a track, walking 30 miles with a sack on his back. And he put down his load where he thought it was the best, made a home in the wilderness. Built a cabin and a winter store, and he plowed up the ground by the cold lake shore. The other travelers came walking down the track, and they never went further, no, they never went back. Then came the churches, then came the schools, then came the lawyers, then came the rules, then came the trains and the trucks with their load, and the dirty old track was the Telegraph Road. Then came the mines, then came the ore, then there was a hard times, and there was a war. Telegraph sang a song about the world outside. Telegraph Road got so deep and so wide, like a rolling river. traffic, 3 lanes moving slow.
Okay.
I used to like to go to work, but they shut it down. I got a right to go to work, but there's no work here to be found. Yes, and they say we're gonna have to pay what's owed. We're gonna have to reap from some seed that's been sowed. And the birds up on the wires and the telegraph poles, they can always fly away from this rain and this cold. You can hear them singing out the telegraph code all the way down the telegraph road. Well, I'd sooner forget, but I remember those nights. Yeah, life was just a bet on a race between the lights. You had your head on my shoulder, you had your hand in my hair. Now you act a little cold, like you don't seem to care. But just believe in me, baby, and I'll take you away from out of this darkness and into the day. From these rivers of headlights, these rivers of rain, from the anger that lives on the streets with these names. As I run every red light on memory lane, I see desperation explode into flames, and I don't wanna see it again. From all of these signs saying sorry, but we're closed all the way. Down the telegraph road.
All right. Oh boy. Where to start? Let's take a second and yeah, let's digest what we just heard. Especially me, who never heard the song before, of course, and yeah, I'm quite surprised. Not because of the performance or anything like that, but to kind of have this kind of piece as an opening track on your album, it's super impressive. Yeah, immediately got the chills at that let's say uh, atmospheric opening. Sounded very like a world music. It reminded me a bit of I believe his name is Kitaro. I wanted to check. Let me quickly flute. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Kitaro, the flute, Japanese composer and musician. He has some albums on the Silk Road and uh, some others, and it immediately reminded me of that. I don't know a lot of world music, but that was my connection. Anyhow, I immediately got the chills, and I guess the first 10 minutes of the song, I was kind of trying to categorize it or to kind of understand it as a not like a rock opera, but like a piece from a much longer concept of music. Is it a rock opera or is it something like that? But it was very like let's say story driven musically. First of all, with all those with the first 5 minutes, and then you have that transmission or interlude of like 2 minutes, and then going into something else, that guitar solo, and then yeah, just the last 4 minutes are exceptional guitar solo and this extravaganza at the end. But the piano for me takes the show. To be honest, I mean, yeah, absolutely. The guitar playing is sensational, and all the guitar music lovers, electric guitar music lovers, will can only jaw drop on this one. But I was paying more attention on the layers on this track, and the piano is so well mixed in. First it leads in a lot of sense, and then it just becomes this kind of let's say yeah, like another layer in the last 4 minutes or so. There's also an organ, I believe, and all these thunder effects. Yeah, it just keeps on growing and growing, and I can see why this is. I read on Wikipedia this is like a fan favorite for the shows, for the live shows. It has been performed more than 600 times, and I can see why. There's a lot of space for improvisation, for extended guitar solos, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing, and it gives so much space for the band to kind of yeah, do whatever they want and take the song wherever they want. So after this opening, I don't know what to expect, how the rest of the side A will sound, Private Investigators, but I hope you will join me in the next video tomorrow. Feel free to subscribe and like if you enjoyed this content, and thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and bye bye.